We all assume that we are beings with the ability to be creative and innovative, but not all of us can walk far on the path of creativity for a range of objective and subjective reasons. And because we live in a ruthlessly fast-paced world, the need for creativity seems urgent, and the need for mastery surpasses all aspirations. Otherwise, contemporary humans would not have been able to face all these surrounding challenges. This is where the book Mastery by its author Robert Greene comes in, to emphasize the importance of breaking out of our internal shells and opening up to our external environment. Here, the mind becomes the only means to achieve this dream instead of the state of distraction, loss, and emptiness. Mastery is the thing that brings you back to your human roots and connects you to your ancestors who have developed the human life through learning, adaptation, and the mastery of work over a long period of time. Mastery Part 1 by Robert Greene. Many of us wonder an obvious and legitimate question. Since we are born with one brain and a common creation, why is there this variation in the ability to use the mind? And why do most people lack creativity and mastery? There are a variety of explanations that seek to answer such questions. The most prominent one is that some people see creativity as a natural talent given to some individuals but not others. However, it must also be noted that mastery throughout history, as we have come to know it, is a passion or enthusiasm that is often found in childhood and is an opportunity that has been well stimulated and activated. In other words, mastery is a picture of the uniqueness of each of us, as it is certain in all this human path that each one of us is unique in his inclinations, tendencies, and activities, and only needs stimulation and activation. What is noticeable is that all the people who have mastered their work and excelled in it differed from others in that they responded to the call within themselves, they took control of their ideas and dreams, and found the most suitable way to unleash their energies and desires. The difference here is between those who respond to the call of the mind and soul, and those who suppress all their dreams and abilities, protesting against their circumstances or environment. Ultimately, mastery is nothing but finding a suitable environment for this inclination to flourish. Bit to remember, the mastery throughout history requires a suitable environment to flourish. During his final days of illness, Leonardo da Vinci felt his inevitable end approaching, a pivotal moment in the history of any human being. He was a friend of the king, and received visits from the king and some of his friends, who noticed that he had developed a deep contemplative mood. He spoke a lot about his memories and childhood, and posed a deep philosophical question: is there a hidden force that causes beings to grow and transform themselves? Da Vinci's path was filled with scientific, artistic, and intellectual achievements, but as he contemplated his long history, he discovered with clarity that there was a hidden ability within him. This power drove him when he was a child to seek out the most extreme and unusual scenes, as he saw that what distinguishes life is its diversity and individuality. This is what led him to do things that were extremely funny, such as stealing paper from his father's desk to draw on it. What we can learn from Leonardo da Vinci's experience is that in order to achieve your life's mission, you must adhere to the following guidelines. Stage 1, you must connect with your inclinations, meaning that sense of uniqueness. Stage 2, consider the career path you want to pursue, as it is a very important matter. Stage 3, consider your professional path as a journey that includes transformations and turns. Bit to remember, searching for the hidden strength within you that makes you grow and transform yourself into a better being. Some may think that finding their life's mission is an easy task that anyone can achieve. However, upon reflection, we find that there are a number of difficulties and challenges that stand in the way. Therefore, planning and devising suitable strategies that bring you closer to this goal and facilitate the possibility of achieving it is necessary. To facilitate the attainment of this mission, the author proposes 5 major strategies that can be summarized as follows. The strategy of primal inclination: return to your origin. This appears in leaders during childhood, as happened with Einstein, who was given a compass as a gift by his father, and was fascinated by the needle which changed direction with every movement. This means that you should love the subject you want to excel in and feel a strong connection to it. Find the right place for you. This is similar to a game that you want to play, so you must search for a suitable place where you can have control, and this requires a lot of patience and work. The rebellion strategy: avoid the wrong path. To achieve this strategy, two things must be realized. First, realizing that you have chosen your profession for the wrong reasons. Second, rebelling against the forces that have pushed you away from your true path. The adaptation strategy: leave the past. This requires you to deal with your professional life through adaptation, which means being flexible and constantly looking to adapt and align. Life or death strategy: finding the way back. There can be no good that comes from deviating from the path that is meant for you to follow. Therefore, finding your way back to the right path requires sacrifice, and sacrifice requires patience and mastery. Bit to remember: finding your life's mission is a difficult task, but it is not impossible. Academic path is not enough for a person to find his life's mission, but he also needs to enter another stage of his self-formation, which is professional apprenticeship. To fight positively in this life and avoid all the difficulties and fears that stand in his way, one must tame his mind to a set of principles that turn his path into mastery and creativity. If we want to learn more about the importance of mastery in human life, we need to also examine the stories of creative geniuses who have reached the pinnacle of mastery in their arts, especially during the stage where their future abilities are like a butterfly in its cocoon. The observer finds that the way these creators pass through this stage stems from their intuitive understanding of their reality and environment, as well as their ability to reach the stage of apprenticeship. To obtain good apprenticeship, a person must take 3 methods. The deep observation method: this means observing the world around you and comprehending it as deeply as possible. The skill acquisition method: this acquisition is based on a natural learning process that coincides with the function of our brains, which is known as the process of professional apprenticeship in the Middle Ages. The practical experimentation method: when a person acquires a skill, he must move towards a more active position of practical testing, which means bearing more responsibility and filling all the gaps and flaws that come his way. Bit to remember: professional apprenticeship makes you face all challenges with brave breath.